I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, well, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick.
Hi, I'm Sue Shepard from Stommy Sue Consignments, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Oh, good morning, Frederick. Oh, my gosh. Today is Tuesday, May 27th, and I'm your host, Danny Gurry. Repeat after me. Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. And a million times today, I'm going to think it's Monday. Well, yesterday, I thought it was Sunday. So there you go. All right. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Did you get to spend it with friends and family or just enjoy? The weather was absolutely stunning all weekend long. I was at the shop on Sunday and Monday, and wow. First of all, downtown Frederick was packed on the weekend, especially Sunday afternoon and Monday. There was people who were so excited that we were open because I met this young woman who was literally on her way to the airport to go to Ireland to study abroad. And she purchased quite a few Frederick items, including a bunch of Good Morning Frederick pins. We will now be international. I love it so much. Anyway. All right. On the show today, a little bit different lineup than what I put on the description because I realized I told Monica Thursday, not Tuesday, for her live interview for 10th Ward. So we got the morning roundup with Bob and Chris, and we've got what's happening in Frederick. Of course, we're going to tell you what is going on coming up this week, as well as things you're going to want to mark on the calendar to save the date for. And then you're going to hear from Jenny Rogers and Joanne O'Toole from Civitan. They're inviting you to join them or just find out more. And that's coming up this week as well. All right, we are counting down to the last week of merch sales benefiting Big Tree Memorial Fund. So you can head to the shop Wednesday through Sunday, well, Wednesday through Saturday for them. And any purchase of Good Morning Frederick merch that you make will benefit Big Tree Memorial Fund, and it is a great organization. Of course, the shop is located at 401 North Market Street in downtown, or you can order online 24/7 and either have it shipped or pick it up at the shop. No problem at all there. All right, let's go ahead and roll along on this Tuesday morning. Gotta thank Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard of Frederick. They are open daily, noon to 9 p.m. You can also pick up a hot pretzel or an iced coffee while you're there. They've got a lot of special treats all the time. And if you want to sit at home and get your Rita's, you can do that too if you order on Grubhub, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. Or just download that free mobile app. You save yourself some of those extra fees. You order online, you can just drive up, hop out, go to that side window and circumvent any of the lines. All right. There's no reason not to have Rita's, 538 West South Street in Frederick. All right. Let's go ahead and see what is happening in our morning roundup with Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD. Morning Roundup is sponsored by Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Window tinting, paint protection film, ceramic coating, vinyl wraps like on the Good Morning Frederick car, Also, customized leather upholstered car seats. They can take care of all your aftermarket enhancements. Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland, accessories for any lifestyle. Find them on Urbana Pike or at autotrim-md.com. Good morning.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can. Oh. Oh, no, I didn't realize Bob was in the studio. Wow. It's the Mondayest Tuesday ever. Yeah, don't think we're gonna get too much of that morning roundup this morning. And Chris must not be in if Bob is in and in the studio. So, this is what happens when you come back to work after a holiday weekend. You just got to do what you got to do for sure. While we're waiting for him to maybe figure out what is going on, I want to say good morning to Mama Cone. And she is always here. And we're going to find out she's going to be going away here soon. And we're going to see what happens. Bob says my computer died. Oh, no. Okay. Oh boy. Well, we're just, what we do is we just roll right with it. There's been a lot of changes I'm thinking, I'll be fine with what we got going. We're going to be fine. It's going to be great. So let's just go right to what's happening in Frederick. Oh, wait. Hey.
Testing 1, 2. No, I was sitting there and I plugged I didn't use my laptop. I had to come into the studio today, so I didn't use my laptop, and I use it for you. And when I went to go plug it in, the little battery was like, and so I was scrambling, trying to plug it in. Just as I plugged it in, it died on me. So I am so sorry.
It's all good. I said it's the Mondayest Tuesday ever.
Right? Let's see if I can. There we go. Move over this way so I don't have the light in my head. There you go. Does that help?
Oh yeah, you look great. It's all good. So you're in the studio this morning. I take it Chris is not there.
Chris took his dad to the airport today and said, I'm going to be off today. And at 7:00 he shows up. I'm like, dude, what are you doing here? You said you're going to take the day off. Take the day off. My goodness. And then he's walking around. I don't know what he's doing. He's like, I got to go do the Danny thing. And I'm like, where are you? I'm like, so do I. Oh, well, no big deal. Did you have a good weekend?
Yes, it was a lovely weekend. I tell you, Memorial Weekend is, a little bizarre. First of all, it was cool. Like it wasn't hot. So I don't know the pool openings. I don't know how many people were out swimming. A lot of kids were, absolutely. But it was so beautiful this weekend. Oh my goodness. It was great.
It was a very lovely weekend. We had a lot of family up. My son came up from North Carolina and his girlfriend, and we had Linda's mom down, brother, all of her side of the family came over. We barbecued, and that's a whole nother bizarre story on how my smoker didn't work this weekend. It was just, it was just one of those days.
Frustrating. So we had the family over yesterday for a barbecue, and I had purchased this. I wish I could show you the name of it. Anyway, I needed a Bluetooth speaker, and I found one that also had wireless microphones so that if I'm out at an event, it's very, I can make announcements, I can do some fun stuff. I'm not attached to a cord. And we used it for for the engagement party we had for Cooper and Larissa. Oh goodness, look at this, all three here. But anyway, so we went to use it yesterday and it doesn't work at all. Like I don't, and I purchased it in March, so of course I'm beyond the window of returns, and now I'm gonna have to try to deal with Amazon. And my son said, oh gosh, the name of the brand is It's GEYGUY. So it's like gay guy. And so, of course, my son had. So I said, well, if you had maybe not purchased that brand, you might be still good. So anyway,
So I'm
but I don't
downtown.
like when things don't work.
I
It
don't
makes me
either.
crazy.
I was telling Chris the story this morning, where I have a pellet smoker. I have a very nice pellet smoker, and I went to go turn it on. I hadn't used it since I moved back here, and I went to go turn it on. It didn't work, and I'm like very frustrated. And I told Chris and my wife, I'm like, I turn into an angry Eeyore, and I'm like, it always happens to me. That type of guy, and I've just, so after struggling with it and then driving around to try to find a fuse, which nobody had, and then when I finally found it, it didn't make a difference. And come to find out, even though I tested the cords and stuff, it was a bad cord. And it was, and I tested everything. I thought it all worked, but it didn't. So it put me like 5 hours behind. So again, I'm just walking around and going, it's always my luck. It's always this. It's always that. And I texted my wife. I'm like, it's a glorious day as I drive around Frederick to find a fuse that never needed it anyway. But now that I have it, in case it ever goes bad. So, so I hope I don't get in trouble. We went to Brewer's Alley on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday night with my son. We're sitting in a booth, right? And we're all the way in the booth, and all of a sudden, this couple walks in. It looked like a dad, maybe a daughter or something. And the young lady was all gothed out and looked like a cat. And I'm like, trying to look, going, wow. I mean, her face was all white. She looked like a kabuki cat. She had like a black line going all the way down here, and then black lips, and then everything. And then she had like a black dress on, and I'm like, wow. And I got in a conversation with my son, and he leans a little bit the opposite side that I do. He was raised properly. Something went wrong. But I said, I would never give her a job. He goes, you can't discriminate against the way she looks. I said, yes, I can. And he goes, no, you can't. And I'm like, yes, I can. I'm like, I have an expectation of my job that somebody looks a certain way. And he goes, no. And I'm like, he goes, you can't discriminate. And, he thought he knew. And I'm like, want to look that one up for me, son? And he did. And he's like, shakes my hand. He goes, you were right. I said, I know I'm right. I'm like, this is not about tattoos. This is about how somebody completely changes the way they look. And if I run a bank, I'm not going to hire somebody like that. Now, if I ran a tattoo parlor or piercing place or something, then It's a different story.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you look like that. That's fine. That's kind of the clientele that you deal with, but not I wouldn't want her being my waiter.
Yeah,
or waitress.
you definitely limit. This is the one thing when you commit to something like that, you're definitely limiting your options. And I just feel like, this is like facial tattoos or neck tattoos or things that are visible. And you get these, if you're young and you don't think about 20, 30 years later, what you may be doing or needing to do. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, if you're an adult, fine. But like you said, 20, 30 years, the gauges. And then people take I'm going to get a little gauge. And the next thing you know, they got a big thing in there. And then they take them out and it's like that song that you used to hear in Dr. Demento. Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? I just, I'm all about, freedom of expression. That's fine. I just don't expect to walk into my business and get hired.
Yeah.
Those gauges are gross, man. Some of them they look like yo-yos. If they take the gauge out, like yo-yos, they go down and up because it kind of hangs down. It's gross. Now, as far as tattoos go, I was thinking about getting a tattoo. I was going to get a zipper right here on my head with brains coming out on the other side, so you can put the zipper up and you know what I mean? I was thinking about doing that, but then I thought, well, maybe in case, radio doesn't work out, like Bob said, nobody in the bank would hire me with, a zipper with brains hanging out. So, yeah. that decided against it.
Oh yeah. Well, you can always have snap-on hair.
I think,
There you go. That's true.
Why don't we sell the forehead space to the highest bidder to Christmas Cash for Kids? We can put somebody's logo.
Boy, I tell you, those salespeople, man, in radio, they'll do anything to make money, won't they?
They'll sell anything,
That's
baby.
not making money.
Yeah.
That is a donation to a great cause.
Wait, what are we gonna do? Get a tat? I tell you what, I that actually, you know what, Danny, is not a bad idea. You know, obviously we're not talking tattoo, but we can do like a marker, and we could, you know, put a marker, you know, this hour, you know, donated by blah blah blah. Put the company name on my head. I'd be all for that. That actually be a good idea.
I've already got my brain ticking. I've got great temporary tattoos, and we're gonna sell your forehead space.
Hey, listen, Danny, I got a big head, man. You can get 3 or 4 companies on this head of mine here. You know, I mean, there's a lot of companies you can get.
Yeah, but the biggest problem is going to be who is going to try to attach it. How much do you pay that person? Yeah, you got to attach this to Chris Michael's head.
Danny's going to do all that. Yeah, Danny's going to do all that.
I have no problem. I'll do it.
I mean, you know, I literally, you can fit like 2 or 3 companies right on his head because it's so big, so massive. You can make some money doing that. It's a good idea. She's a genius. Always thinking this one here.
Always.
All right.
I'm the idea girl.
You are the idea girl. All right. So we'll get into news and some sad news. We'll start it off. Danny, Bob, I know Bob was talking about today. Danny, you probably heard about this. Unfortunately, a tragic scene unfolded Sunday afternoon on I-70 here in Frederick County, where a violent crash claimed 2 lives and shut down the highway in both directions. It started around 4:10 p.m. near exit 62 in Newmarket. Police say a BMW SUV rear-ended a box truck, sending it into the path of a tractor trailer on the opposite side. Both trucks crashed into the woods and caught fire. 2 passengers in the box truck died at the scenes, and their names haven't been released pending notification of family. The truck drivers were airlifted to shock trauma in Baltimore, while the 2 BMW passengers were taken to a hospital in Hagerstown. The BMW's driver declined treatment, and Bob was saying that there were videos, I guess, of the accident that was online. I happened to see the fire, which looked really bad.
I saw the video released, the traffic cam this morning, saw it, and actually right when it happened or just after, people had posted video who were stuck in the traffic on I-70. They posted that to Everything Frederick and more, and that fire was just horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But it was interesting watching the video from the traffic cam. Just out of view was the actual incident. What you see coming in is the box truck veering, the BMW kind of careening down the road, and the box truck crossing the median and being hit by that tractor trailer. The fire didn't start immediately, but immediately what you saw were 2 or 3 people who were passersby stopped to get out to help. And to me, that is exactly what this country is about, like helping other people who need it immediately without thought, and just jumping out and trying to do what they can. So kudos to those people who tried to help as much as possible, because, it's just, it's
very
terrible
sad
that those 2 people passed.
Well, I mean, and you just, in a split second, your life is changed forever.
Yeah.
Lives of families were changed forever. And you just never know. You just never know.
You know, and it's one of those things where when you're in that traffic, you're annoyed, you're upset, you're frustrated, but then you got to think, you know what, thank God it's not me. Yeah. Thank God it's not me. I'm just stuck in traffic, but it could have been a lot worse. So horrible tragedy.
1 minute sooner, 1 minute later. I mean, you just never know.
Horrible tragedy out of Frederick County. Then getting to one more bit of news here. 4 suspects from Washington, D.C. have been arrested following a theft from motor vehicle investigation and pursuit that resulted in multiple crashes and a Frederick County Sheriff's Office deputy being transported to the hospital with minor injuries. And for that, you can just head to our website at WFMD.com. You'll see more on that story and much more on our website. Taking a quick look at weather. It's going to be look like a high of 71. Right now, it's currently 60 out there. High of 71. Considerable cloudiness with occasional rain showers this afternoon. Tonight, going to get down to a low of 53, cloudy with periods of rain again later on in the evening. And tomorrow, looking at a high of 62 with periods of rain. Tomorrow night, low of 57. And sneak peek into your Thursday, looking at a high of 78 with mostly cloudy skies, down to a low of 61. And with that, I got to bid everybody a goodbye. Bob will be here with sports. By the way, thank you for the headphones, Danny. I left mine, so I stole
see
yours.
that. I see that.
Why are you leaving? You got here late, leaving early. Wow, that's the way he does it.
Hey, the great life of a program director. You get to come in whenever you want to and leave whenever you want to.
Blah, blah, blah.
Thank you.
All right, I of course, not everything's on my computer, so I got to read off the cell phone here. That's why I turned away. It was a sad day. I mean, not sad, but two high school teams did not get the ultimate goal. The Lady Catoctin Cougars softball team, they got beat 4-3 on Saturday. They're the runner-up in state championship game. The Brandon Hawks baseball team, 7-6 losers to the Wildcats. They come up a little bit short as well. Oakdale High School senior Nicholas Novitsky won the Class 3A boys single tennis championship. Now, I take you as a tennis player. Were you a tennis player in high school?
I was not a tennis player, but
all right.
Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe you were, but he defeated River Hills Roger He 6-2, 6-2. So congratulations going out to him. Hey, Charlie Morton of the Orioles actually pitched a decent game.
Hey!
And the Orioles, 3 in a row, baby. 3 in a row. They beat St. Louis yesterday by a score of 5-2 for their third straight win. So good for them. Oklahoma City Thunder moved within one of the NBA Finals. They beat the Timberwolves of Minnesota 128-126. And on the ice, the team that just manhandled the Capitals have been manhandled as well. Look, there he is.
I know,
jumping into my picture. Jumping into my picture. They won yesterday 3-0 over the Florida Panthers to take they're still down 3-1. So it looks like they have the same kind of issue that the Capitals had. They're not going to go to the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yes, and other local news too. The Frederick Flying Cows, the TBL, won this weekend their games. The playoffs, I believe, are here on the 31st. GoFlyingCows.com for your tickets to that. So they've made it to the playoffs for their second year out of 2 years, which is pretty good. So
yeah, absolutely. And of course, the news a couple weeks ago that or last week that the Frederick Keys getting their stadium renovated and they could become affiliated baseball again.
That would be wonderful for this area. I think that the stadium fix up is well needed, and it would be wonderful to be affiliated. Not that there's anything wrong with the draft league, but certainly fun to have a little bit longer season and to watch players come and go from the Orioles. I think that's great.
Well, if it is the Orioles, I mean, it could be the Nats, could be the Orioles. I had the mayor in today, and we were talking about this, and he says, as long as it's not the Yankees.
Yeah, right.
Anybody
but the Yankees.
Right? Anybody but the Yankees. So
can you imagine if we had oh my.
Yeah,
would not happen. Not happen.
No.
Well, we appreciate you getting your computer sorted and getting on this morning.
Back to normal tomorrow.
Back to normal. Have
whatever
a great day.
Normal is, right?
Normal, right, exactly.
All right. Have a great day.
See ya. Oh boy. You know what? Never a dull moment. That's the one thing I gotta say. Which is great. This is why we love it, right? This is why we love it. Speaking of my own stuff is turning off. All right. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to be back with what's happening in Frederick, giving you a highlight of some of the events that you're going to want to make note of and marking your calendar for some in the future. Then we've got Jenny and Joanne from Civitan inviting you to find out more about this amazing organization that has been in Frederick, I think, since 1947 or something like that. So it is the quietest secret of a nonprofit that you've not heard about, and we want you to know more. All right, all of that comes up just after this.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Experience an unforgettable vacation at the Salty Seahorse on the 4x4 beach in Corolla, North Carolina. Enjoy the pool, relax in the hot tub, fish, and kayak right off the private dock. The Salty Seahorse will be your forever vacation home. Go to thesaltyseahorse2201.com.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining scenery beyond compare.
At Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, we understand how pain can hold you back. We're here to understand what you're going through. For a limited time, you can schedule your first visit for just $50. Give us a call and mention Good Morning Frederick, and let's get you feeling better.
Oh, yeah, feel better. I love this. Want to say good morning to Chris Delgado. Here's a corny joke for your Tuesday. Where do you find a turtle with no legs? Right where you left it. Ba-dum-bum. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for that this morning. Exactly what we need on a day like today. All right, let's go ahead and find out what is happening in Frederick. Oh, happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Gaithersburg and Taquito in Hagerstown. 3 great locations, authentic Mexican food at affordable prices. Taco Bar is in West Point Plaza off Route 40 in Frederick and at 3 Russell Avenue in Gaithersburg. Then you can find Taquito at 812 Frederick Street in Hagerstown. Now, again, all the great same quality food. Taquito actually has a drive-through experience, or you can walk up to the window and order there. TacoBar1.com or Taquito by TacoBar.com for more information. All right, it's time. Souls of Joy. That's right. We are in the throes of shoe collection. New shoes for kids of Frederick County. We will be delivering them before they start school. So delivery deadline will be August 1st. We have a great event, Souls of Joy event on August 8th. Tickets will be available to the public coming up in the next couple of weeks. If you want to sponsor any of these great events, just let me know. We would love to have you. Or if your business would like to be a collection location, we would love to have that too. All you have to do is reach out to me. But if you don't want to shop for shoes and you're happy to donate or get me $5 or $10, I would be honored to shop on your behalf. And trust me, I will make your dollar go as far as I possibly can. You have my details on the screen: Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle. Please, if you can, send $5 or $10, more if possible, but certainly whatever you are able, I will take and stretch as far as possible. Now, if you do purchase new shoes, you can, of course, drop them off at the home of everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street. That's Wednesdays to Sundays, 11 to 4. Or the Orioles Nest, 1037A West Patrick Street, behind Burlington Coat Factory. Now, they're open 7 days, but there are a couple days I don't believe they open until 3 o'clock. You're going to want to check Facebook for that one. And the Family Heritage Trust at 30 West Patrick Street, open business hours weekdays. All right, so Souls of Joy, we're collecting shoes for kids. Look, there's could be nothing worse than starting school, A, with no shoes or shoes with holes or any of that. We would love to send kids off to school with some new shoes, and you can help us do that. All right. Now through the 31st, tonight, it is the opening of the Thurmont Community Ambulance Carnival at the Thurmont Event Complex. 6 p.m. tonight. The carnival opens up for fun, and it goes through Saturday. May 29th is the 4th annual Senior Resource and Education Fair presented by SOAR. It is at FCC, free entry with a free boxed lunch. Also, on the 29th, 2 p.m., True Standard Distilling is grand opening is happening. They are located right near the downtown post office, which is North Carroll Street. And they have not only on the 29th, but also all week long, they're having grand opening festivities with food trucks and things like that. So, True Standard Distilling's grand opening is happening on the 29th at 2 p.m. Also, Alive at 5 is on Thursday, and this is what we're going to hear from Jenny and Joanne about. Discover Civitan event at the Monocacy Village Park is on Thursday at 5:30. Light refreshments, some food's going to be served. It's at 409 Delaware Drive. All are welcome to attend. Find out more about Civitan and how you may get involved, or maybe at least know people who, the more you educate yourself, the more you're able to educate others. So even if you just want to go, get the information so that you can share it with maybe a coworker or your office or things like that, it's great to attend on that behalf. May 31st, which is Saturday, the Run Like a Warrior Family Fun Run and Walk is at Hood College. I will be out there 9 to 11. You can start anytime within those 2 hours that you want. It's about 1.5 miles. I've walked out the course. We will post the map of the course this afternoon after I get it done. But yes, you can check that out. Run Like a Warrior Family Fun Run. It is for Lyme disease awareness. And LEAF is one of the organizations involved, does a lot of education locally in schools and at events, promoting how to safely remove a tick or identify a tick, or making sure you're checking one another for ticks so that you can alleviate getting a tick-borne illness. The 10 to 5 on the 31st, City of Brunswick has its annual Spring Fest. Live music, vendors, food, activities, and more. Also on the 31st, Bill Moran's 100th birthday celebration is happening at the William F. Moran Museum. And I'm telling you, it's going to be really cool. If you've ever been interested in artisan and local craftsmanship and forging knives and other metals, this is going to be a very cool event to attend. And we are going to be talking to Robert, who is the president of the organization. He'll be on the show tomorrow to promote what is happening during the 100th birthday celebration. But a local who is very well known, well, he was a local, unfortunately he passed, but in his day became very famous for his skill and craftsmanship, which is kind of cool. I love it. All right. And then noon to 3 on the 31st is the Mount Pleasant Roads Hand Club's Community Day with some free food and ice cream. June 2nd through June 7th, the 4-County Lions Club Carnival will kick off. And then June 5th, I'm asking everybody to come out. Completely free event. It is free. Touch a truck. And the Frederick Farm Bureau's Safety Fair is going on at the Frederick Fairgrounds. Now, 2 to 3 is the quiet hour. So if you are an adult or you have a child who it suffers from, stimulation overload, Then 2 to 3 o'clock is the quiet hour you can attend at the Frederick Fairgrounds. Once 3 o'clock kicks in, a lot of the noise, sounds, lights, and all the busyness of this event is going to kick into high gear. So we will have free rides on a mechanical bull. That is thanks to Good Morning Frederick and Shannon Flannery, the real estate goddess of Maurer Realty. And of course, the founders of Everything Frederick and More, and the home of Everything Frederick. We're going to have some t-shirts you can potentially win. We're going to have some really, really good fun. I'm going to have giveaways. I'll have my magnets at the booth. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time. That is on the June 5th, Thursday. Yeah, it is a Thursday. June 6th, on the Friday, if you graduated from high school in Frederick County in the 80s, come join us at a happy hour at Benstown. We'd love to see you. Plus, Benstown happy hour. Let me just tell you, happy hour is all night long if you like crushes. They have the best grapefruit crush. I would say they're in line with Shuck and Shack, which I would say is probably the best in Frederick. But all night long, crushes are just $5. You cannot beat that. I'm telling you, all night. So come on out. Let's have some fun. June 7th is Tour de Frederick, and it from 11 to 4, it's the Rubber Duck Derby Festival in Union Bridge. Now, you can get all the details at dreambigunionbridge.com, but they have 2 live bands. They have an adult beverage garden, I think with beer, wine, and alcohol, liquor, cocktails. And there are a ton of things for the kids to do. There's going to be a Jeep display festival going on within their festival. There's going to be obstacle course, an inflatable obstacle course for kids. There's some crafts and activities. It's a great day to hang out in Union Bridge. So go check out dreambigunionbridge.com. You purchase these ducks and they release them down this creek, and the first one in wins, which is kind of fun. And I think the top prize is like $250 in cash. So you gotta love that. And of course, it all benefits Dream Big Union Bridge, which is an organization that brings activities and events to not only the residents of Union Bridge, but highlights what Union Bridge is all about to the rest of us. June 8th, the summer concert series kicks off in downtown Frederick. Oh, yes. This is your Sunday afternoon concerts at the Bandshell. Now, WFRE will be broadcasting live from 5 to 7 p.m. And then 7 p.m., the concert series kicks off, and it's going to be so fun. Then June 13th, the Friday, Key City Rotary's Low Key Fest. All right, tickets are available now on Eventbrite. Just look up Low Key Festival. It's at the Carroll Creek Amphitheater, 5 to 8 p.m. Live music with a cute triangle. Food trucks include grilled cheese, please, and MR cheesecakes. And just $5 at the gate per person. All ages, family-friendly event. We're going to have stuff like cornhole. I've got a giant Jenga and a Connect 4 we're going to bring out there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. June 15th is Superhero Sunday. A reminder that is also Father's Day. So dads climb free at Tree Trekkers on that day. All right. And then, oh my goodness, we're already talking about mid-June. June 16th, we're going to launch the Secret Stash with cash and prizes hidden around Frederick. That's a Good Morning Frederick promotion. It's going to be a lot of fun. June 17th, you can kick off your summer reading with the Touch a Truck event at the Thurmont Library. June 18th is the 300th Good Morning Frederick show. We'll be live streaming from 401 North Market Street from 8 to 10 a.m. and invite you to join us. It's going to be a great, great time. June 21st, we're going to be giving you information about the Spirits of Maryland Festival that happens down on the grounds of the Visitation. And it was really fun last year. Had a great time. Might have some tickets to give away for that as well. June 27th, PTSD Awareness Day with a vigil at Memorial Park right on Bent Street, 6:30. And then 4th of July, party in the park. Good Morning Frederick and the real estate goddess, Shannon Flannery, will be sponsoring the mechanical bull ride once again. So there'll be another opportunity for you to ride for free. All right, that about wraps up what you're going to need to know. I mean, my goodness, we're already talking about July, but if you can imagine, it's really almost June right now. How is that even possible? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. The good weather seems to fly by too fast. And I was saying the other day, I hope with the kind of coolish start we've had that we have nice weather through October. That would be really nice, wouldn't it? All right, we're going to take one more quick break. Then we're going to come back with Jenny Rogers and Joanne Toole from Civitan. And I hope you stick around. Who's always wanted to go to Alaska? Well, that's me. And I'm putting together a trip June 9th through June 20th of 2026. I would love for you to join me working together with Antietam World Travel Service to put together an amazing itinerary featuring both land and sea. We're going to see all the great stuff you see when you go to Alaska. I promise it's going to be a lot of fun. Go to bit.ly/Alaska2 for more information.
Hi, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood shower door expert. Upgrade your bathroom with a beautiful glass shower door, custom fit to accent your space and make getting into your shower one of the highlights of your day. Come see us at our brand new showroom in Frederick, Maryland, or online at showerdoorexperts.com.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by Pulling for Veterans. Pulling for Veterans is a nonprofit that educates the public on PTSD. You can rent one of the trailers starting at just $1 per hour. The trailer is filled with information about PTSD and how to help. Plus, each trailer honors a vet and acts as a rolling memorial. More details at pullingforveterans.org.
Oh, that is right. And A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding. They also take care of your windows and gutters and can even build you a new patio or deck. Call 301-703-2157 or send an email, info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, because you watch Good Morning Frederick, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. All you have to do is tell Sandra that you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. Yes, for sure. All right. Joanne Toole is the president of Civitan, and Jenny Rogers has been a faithful, I guess, person who has been a part of Civitan for as long as I've known her, volunteering in many different capacities. I got a chance to sit down with them and find out what they were working on. Let me just get this up here. Oh, here we go. We're at the home of everything, Frederick, 401 North Market Street. We're talking Civitan today. This is the first time you've been on the show.
Yes, thank you for having us.
All right. So what is your title at
I'm Joanne O'Toole, and I'm the president of the club.
You're president of the club. How long have you been president, Joanne?
This is my second year.
Okay.
This term.
Yeah. And Jenny, what is your role at Civitan?
This year, I am past president, and I also have an active role with Civitan International, helping rebuild clubs and building new clubs.
Right. And that's it. You and I have talked a lot about this. Civitan's been around, I mean, since what?
19.
40s.
Well, our club's been around since 1947.
Yeah,
Mhm.
1947
Mhm.
in Frederick. And I think it's probably one of the most unknown
Absolutely.
nonprofits that is in our county, serving so many great people. So let's just first just talk about what Civitan is and who you serve.
Well, Civitan is a nonprofit,
Mhm.
all volunteer service organization, and we serve. Our primary mission is to serve those with developmental disabilities.
Right.
We are in 25 countries, and we have over 20,000 members worldwide. Here in Frederick, we do a lot. I'll let Jenny go ahead and chime in there.
Sure. So here in Frederick, we support many of our other nonprofits. So as a Civitan member, you can do as much or as little as you want. There's not a requirement as being a Civitan member, and we want new people to bring in new ideas. But the programs we support locally, we definitely do the Christmas holiday party at Rock Creek School. We've been doing that for like 40 or 50 years.
Wow.
Every child there gets a holiday present, gets to visit with Santa. So that's one of our longest service projects we do. Over the years, we've called bingo at Citizens Nursing Home. We support Our Dream Pursuits with their new food trailer endeavor. Individuals with disabilities will be working at that food trailer, and you'll see Our Dream Pursuits popping up all over town. And that food trailer was brought to Frederick by a grant from our affiliate. So we can, as a Frederick Civitan, you can help support nonprofits with grant money also.
Yeah, I mean, it's really incredible. And because Civitan does so much to support other organizations, I think you guys kind of get lost in the shuffle of great things going on. But you also do a really cool event, New Year's Eve. There is a key drop in downtown Frederick that many people just happen upon and don't even know exists. And so you do a lot just for the community at large. So what does it take to be a Civitan member? Is there a fee? And you were already saying there's no requirement for you can volunteer as much or as little as you want.
Right.
But
yes, there's no time commitment, but we volunteer at different hours. We always have a chance to volunteer. We do have a dues payment of it's $120 a year, which is very little compared to other organizations. We meet once a month. In person, we meet once a month at Lido's on Prospect Street. And then once a month we meet virtually for like a business meeting. We typically have a local speaker come in and tell us about an organization that needs assistance or anything in the community where somebody wants to get known or get their name out.
Yeah. I mean, and that's really quite reasonable. I mean, $10 a month, basically, you're talking. So now can youth volunteer and be members of Civitan as well?
So our traditional club, which is the one that meets at Lido's, is 18 and up.
Okay.
But I've been here once before to talk about Civitan International created a program. We're starting new clubs. We built 2 clubs that are called family clubs. So that means everyone in the whole family gets to volunteer, especially the kids creating their own volunteer opportunities. So if there's a family with someone under 18, I would encourage them to find a family club. And those clubs are doing great and doing a lot of fun stuff where the kids are volunteering. Then that's kind of like a funnel, like they're volunteering as a little guy or girl, and then they could join a junior Civitan club at the high school level. They could join a young professionals club in their 20s, and then there's traditional clubs. So hopefully it's going to be a full circle.
Yeah,
we just added that piece.
Youngsters all the way up to adults, and that's amazing. So you guys are hosting kind of a Learn All About Civitan in Person event. And when is that?
That's this Thursday, the 29th.
Okay.
It's at Monocacy Village Park, which is
right off East Street.
Right off of East Street, off Delaware Road or Street. We're starting at 5:30. We're going to be providing some refreshments and a little bit of food. And then come to dinner. And then we're going to have people come and speak about how we've helped them. Different organizations are coming.
Yeah.
We're also holding a bedding drive that night for Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we
Yes.
collect for them here too. That's a great organization.
Yeah, it
So
is.
bring your twin-sized new bedding,
Yes.
sheets, blankets, pillows, that sort of
Right.
thing,
Mhm.
because they build the beds and we provide the bedding, which is awesome.
Yes.
All right, so Thursday the 29th, starting at 5:30 at Monocacy Park, right off East Street, kind of where the shopping center is, right behind there. And learn all about Civitan, and maybe you as an individual, maybe your company wants to get involved. If you want to get your family involved, you can ask them about the family clubs that are being formed where you can get everyone in your household into Civitan. But it's a great organization. Now that you know about it, you're going to see it more frequently, I know.
Yes.
And we're going to see you guys out and about more and more, I know, as well. So thank you guys so much.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having
Danny.
us.
Oh, yeah. We had some people shopping while we were doing that interview at the home of everything, Frederick, of course. Look, great organization, Civitan, and I'll put that back up there. So May 29th, 5:30 p.m., Monocacy Village Park, which is just off of East Street, kind of behind that, what is that little bike run park that they made. You'll see it. But there's a great pavilion right down there. You can hang out in there with them and learn about the Civitan organization, or go to the website or find them on social media as well. All right, that is it for our show today. Have a great Tuesday. Welcome back to work. Welcome to summer. Officially kicking it off with a rainy, cool day. Nothing like Maryland weather, I gotta tell you. All right, we will see you tomorrow, but in the meantime, please tell your friends to watch Good Morning Frederick.